It's your boy Coach Hyde here. Coronavirus epidemic Hyde science video for you. Hope everybody's doing good. Hope you're keeping your social distancing. Trying to stay sane, and I'm getting tired of being locked up in the house. But hey, it is what it is. All right. So what this video is about is specifically about the periodic table and how it's going to help us with this unit 8. As far as what we're trying to do is tell the difference between ionic and covalent compounds, and then we're going to name them and write the formulas for them. So this is just focused on the parts of the periodic table that's going to help us do that. All right. So first thing is we're trying to figure out, is it ionic or is it covalent? So if you remember, we can figure out the charges of ions. So obviously ions are going to bind ionic bonds, right? So first things first is just remembering that. So right here, got the periodic table, got it all blank. The group numbers, right? If you remember these group numbers, we got like 1 valence electron. All of these would have 1 valence. All of these would have 2. We cannot do that trick here, right? Because they transition kind of into different states. So all of these would have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember, 8 is full. So 8 valence electrons is a full valence electron shell, because those are the noble gases, if you remember. So there's also a little trend to figure out the charges. Right, so group 1 here, if you remember, to make the charges, to make an ion, you want to become stable. So our metals, right, our metals, and I'll go ahead and jump into that real quick. There's this stair-step line right here, right? So it kind of goes over 1, down 2, over 1, down 2, something like this, right? So these things here, these elements, these are our metalloids, right? Which means they're not really metal, they're not really non-metal. They're kind of in between properties of both. Everything over here is a metal. Everything. Everything over there on that side is a non-metal. Right? Which is very important to know when you're trying to figure out if it's ionic or covalent. You got to know where the metals are. You got to know where the non-metals are. There's one exception to this. Hydrogen. Okay? Hydrogen is the only thing over here that is a non-metal. Everything else is a metal. Okay? So we're talking about our charges, right? Our metals are going to have positive charges. So positive, 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 and then positive. Okay? So this group here is all going to have 1 valence electron. They'll give away 1 valence. They'll be positive 1. This group here, positive 2. They'll give away 2 valence electrons. Now, we know that these will be positive, but we can't predict whether it'll be positive 1, positive 2, positive 4, whatever, right? So, but we know they'd be positive. And then this group here will be positive 3. Then we get to 14 right here. 14 is kind of our transition zone, right? We can be positive or negative 4. We can act either way. Then we go to this side. So this have 5 valence electrons. They're going to add 3. So it'll be negative 3. These have 6. They're going to gain 2. So this will be negative 2. These have 7. They're going to gain 1, negative 1. And these are stable, so they will not ionize. So when you're talking about ionic bonds, and you need to know the charges, you got to look at the periodic table and see what group it's in to figure out these charges. All right, so that's what we're doing there. I think that's it, really, all you need to know. So if it has a metal, it's going to be ionic, okay? Because of metal ions and non-metal ions. So metal and non-metal is going to be ionic. If it's just non-metals, if it's just things over here or hydrogen, then you're going to be covalent. All right, so that's it really for focusing on how we use this to figure out is it going to be ionic or covalent or bonding or whatnot. And I'll get more into that in the upcoming videos. All right, stay safe.